Hi guys, welcome to Chris Ryan Golf. We're at the Belfry again today. We're in the National Golf Academy and we're doing a video looking at impact. I'm going to give you a couple of checkpoints which you can use to establish whether you are in the correct position at impact or whether maybe you need to make a few changes to improve your impact. So we're going to be looking at the golf swing from face on. And as I say, we're looking at the point where the club meets the ball. Now, I think we'd all probably agree that the impact is really the only position of the golf swing that we're trying to change. If we can change the impact, we can change the ball flight. And hopefully that's going to be for the better and that's going to help you play some more golf. So most of the any of the swing changes you make or any of the setup changes you make should really all be linked to impact and the sort of, you know, taking everything back to that and making sure that that improves in order to play better golf. So we're going to look at the impact from face on, and you're probably going to need a video camera to do this because we want to actually stop the golf swing at impact and see where we are. We're going to give you, a couple of checkpoints to see whether we are correct or maybe need some work. So we're looking at two positions. We're looking at a Y impact or an I impact. And we're going to go through the two, and we're going to go through which one you want, which one you don't want, and how we can work towards getting the correct one. So let's just bring a golf ball in. So what we're going to get you to do is we're going to get you to just pop your swing on video. So that's either going to be through a video camera, or a lot of the phones these days or iPads have very, very good apps. You can actually slow the swing down and get it right at the point of contact. And what we're going to get you to do is try and place a line, or maybe just do this visually, up the club shaft, and extend that probably, you know, somewhere up past your head somewhere. So a line at the club shaft, and then a line roughly from your chin to about where your belt buckle would be. Okay, so it's going to be hopefully roughly down the middle of your body. I'm not going to say it's your spine because there's going to be a little bit of bend in it, but that's a rough guide. So chin to belt buckle. And what we're going to do is, if I quickly demonstrate this for you, if I quickly go into what we would hopefully like to see at impact. Okay, so my impact position would be around about here somewhere. So if I've placed those lines on there correctly, what you should see is that looks very similar to the letter Y, a capital Y. So you're going to see the line at the club shaft extending past my head, and then a line from my chin down to about my belt buckle, and that creates that letter Y. So what might some of you see? Well, you might see an impact that looks a little bit more like this. So you can see a line up the club and a line down my sort of middle of my body. They pretty much run parallel with each other. That looks more like an I than the Y. So what's the difference there? Well, the two differences are where the hands are and where the hips are and the pelvis is relative to the upper body. So if we just take a starting position first of all, okay, and I'm just going to go from my starting position into my impact. Now what you will see here is you'll see the hips move slightly towards the target and rotate. You'll see the hands move slightly towards the target, but you won't see the head move too much from where it is. So there's my setup, and there's my impact. Now you probably can't see that from the camera because there's a little bit of roll in my right foot as I've shifted my pelvis and started to rotate. That movement has taken the handle over here a little bit on its own. I haven't really had to physically push my hands forward. That will tend to cause the left arm to move away from the chest. We want to try and keep it a little bit more on the chest there. So by shifting the pelvis forward and out helps us achieve this position. What this is going to do is it's going to give us the best impact conditions. It's going to give us the right launch angle. It's going to give us the right strike. It's going to help us compress the ball a little bit more, get a little bit more speed into that golf ball, maybe improve your smash factor, and it's generally going to get you to hit better golf shots. We see lots of golfers who return to impact, such as this, and we get that sort of I look to that impact rather than the Y, and that's probably going to not give you the best impact conditions. You're probably not going to get the most speed into the golf ball. It won't be the most efficient contact, and that's really going to cost you in terms of accuracy and distance. So a little drill, this is going to help you do that. We're going to get you to take a setup without a golf ball, okay? And from here, okay, from a normal setup, even if I've got my hands a little bit forward, the only resistance for that golf club is the ground below it, okay? So I can't, if I try to move the club forward, it's got nothing to stop it, backwards and upwards, okay? So there's my starting position. What I want you to try and do is create some bend in the shaft this way, okay? So we're trying to bend the shaft this way. So what I need to do in order to achieve that is I need to get my head nice and still. I need to create that good impact, that sort of Y look to it. From here, I can push and I can put some bend in that shaft because the ground is now offering some resistance to that. So a really, really simple little drill. You can take a starting position, no golf ball, and just from there, try and find this good impact position here where I feel like my hips have rotated out the way. They've gone slightly towards the target. I feel a little bit more pressure through my lead foot. I feel my hands are a bit more forward. My left wrist is nice and flat, but very important, the head has stayed nicely over the ball. We don't want you to try and do it this way because you'll be able to get all those things we spoke about, but the head has moved. So nice if you can use a mirror or reflection to do this, but you not necessarily have to. You can try and keep the head still, create that good impact from there, and that's the look that we want. That's going to help you hit some better shots. I say lots of you out there will find that the impact looks very, very similar to the setup. The hands are too far back, the hips are too far back, and we haven't got quite enough sort of side bend and lean in the handle. Okay? So what I would like you to do after that is to sort of preset that position and then just go ahead and hit a couple of little shots. So I'm going to take my starting position here, and I'm going to try and find that impact position there. Okay? And I'm going to start from there. I'm just going to do a couple of little really short shots, trying to achieve that same position as I preset. That ball there went about 25, 30 yards through the air, didn't really get much above knee height, and that's kind of what we're after in that drill. What we don't want to do is create that good start and then try and lift that ball into the air. We're trying to create that good start and return there to give us that nice low ball flight. It's low because it's short distance. If we're hitting that full speed, that would climb much more into the air because it's traveling up for a longer period of time. Once you've done a couple of the short ones, move it on to a full swing. Now, not a bad idea to still put the little preset in to show yourself where you need to be, and then go ahead and try and make a normal swing and achieve those same positions. Okay, pretty good shot there, fairly happy. That would give me some good indications that the impact was correct. So it may be something that you need a video camera or a phone app or an iPad app to do, but if you can start to look at this, you might start to see some things in there which aren't maybe as you'd like them to be. And if that's the case, then you can start to put some measures in place to make it better. Impact is obviously something we want to improve. If we can improve the impact, you will improve your golf. No two questions about it. So have a go at this drill, video your golf swing, have a look at what it looks like, put those lines on, see if you've got a Y impact or an I impact, work towards the Y impact, and you can improve your golf. So thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, post any comments down below, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. These videos are going up weekly. More content, hopefully out there to help you play some better golf and enjoy your golf a little bit more. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.